At one of my favorite go-to restaurants, they always serve their house-made bread with a ramekin of fresh butter and Peperonata, a sweet pepper and onion condiment or relish. I knew I had to come home and try and make it, and this is how I do it. I'm using a red, orange, and yellow bell pepper along with a sweet onion, about 3 to 4 cloves of garlic, a little tomato paste, olive oil, salt, and pepper, and then we finish at the end with a couple of interesting ingredients, some white balsamic vinegar and some golden raisins. Some keys to success here are slicing all of the vegetables as thinly as possible. I'm slicing the onion into thin half moons, and I'll try and slice the peppers into as thin a strip as I can with my knife. Just finishing giving our garlic a nice fine dice. I have our onions sauteing on the back stove here with about 3 tablespoons of olive oil in a low heat setting. I don't want any color happening to our onions. I'll give them a little head start, then I'll add our garlic, and it'll give me time to chop up the peppers. There goes our garlic. That garlic smells terrific as soon as it hits the pan. Okay, just adding the peppers in. The onions and the garlic have been going already for at least 10 or 15 minutes. Enough time for me to chop up all those peppers. I think that timing always works out pretty well. I have our heat setting on a scale of 1 to 10. This is only on 2.8 on my stove. So again, a pretty medium-low heat. The peppers are starting to soften up and lose some of their liquid. So we'll add a few additions now. Some salt. We'll check for more seasoning later. A bit of pepper. And about a tablespoon of tomato paste. We'll work that into the mixture. And then just let this saute covered for about the next hour. If it starts looking dry, we'll add just a little bit of water to make sure that none of the peppers or the onions begin to scorch. Let's see how our Pepperonata is doing. The onions are very translucent, the peppers are pretty soft. I think we're on the home stretch. I'm gonna cut the heat, and at this point I'm gonna add in our golden raisins, which I've given a bit of a chop, about 1/3 of a cup. Stir those in. They'll start to plump, but they don't really need any cooking. And finally, to finish, we'll add about 2 tablespoons of a white balsamic vinegar. Just 1 and about 2. And we'll just let this cool. My friend Anthony said that his Italian grandfather always came to the dinner table with fresh bread and a jar of onions and peppers like this. Sounds like a great tradition to me. I hope you try making this Pepperonata condiment at home, and I hope you enjoy. So good.